From the latest blockbusters to hidden gems, news and reviews, this is your destination for everything movies. Grab your choc top and popcorn, sit back and relax. And don't forget to switch your phone to silent.
Here we go.
It's Talkin Flicks with JT and Grant Lee.
Yeah, hello and welcome to our Talkin Flicks podcast. JT and Mr. Lee, hello.
Hello, Jay. How are you this week?
Oh, I'm very good. How are you?
Actually, really good, thank you. I've had a really good week.
Very relaxed.
A very relaxed week. I've had a few days off this week, so it's been really good.
Yeah, and here we are. We're together face to face this week, which is nice.
We're actually in the same room, which is really good. Like, this is the first in a long while since we've actually been in the same room.
I know, but
recording.
8 years?
It would
say?
be. Yeah. Yes, 8 years, easy.
And what a great place to be. We're overlooking a beach here in Newcastle. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, isn't it? The beach is so nice. It just makes you want to go out there and just go for a stroll along the beach and just let the waves just come up and... Yeah,
oh my God, how romantic. And it's just so nice that you want to do it with me, not Mrs. Lee.
So yes, exactly. But we won't let Mrs. Lee know that.
No, we shouldn't. No,
yes, she is with us, but yeah.
She's doing some crocheting and things like that at the moment.
Because that's her thing. She likes to crochet.
Yes.
So she's, yeah. But you know the thing that I am missing, Jay? Zeus.
Oh, yes, your little pup.
Because my little dog is always with me when I record on a Friday. He's always with me.
What do you reckon he'd be doing right about now?
I reckon he would be moping around the house because I'm not there. And he'd be like, where is Dad? Where is Dad? As much as I'm going, oh, I've lost my little mate.
Well, you'll be home for the weekend. That's the good news.
Yeah, I'll be back home tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. So, not because I want to get home. It's
of course, you want to get out of it. All right, Mr. Lee, goodbye.
Oh, no, sorry.
God, we've only been talking for, 2 minutes and
I
already want to get rid of me. It'll stuff you too. But,
how's your week anyway?
Yeah, it's been a nice week.
Yeah,
it's been a nice week.
Good.
Nice and cruisy, which is good. Yeah. So... Yeah, but I'm excited to talk about some of the movies today, especially because a movie, Mr. Lee, that you were umming and ahhing about recently has made its way to the Forum 6 and Odeon 5 cinemas, which is...
Venom, The Last Dance. And can I say, I watched the trailer.
Now, hold on. I thought it was Terrifier 3.
No, that's next week. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm a little bit scared about that one.
Yeah.
How good is it going around Australia and around the world at the moment? Still, people are talking about it. And for something that is a horror, and I mean horror, it's a real horror. It's scary.
Is this why you think people are checking it out? Because they're hearing all these things about it, and they're hearing about some of the graphic nature, and they're going, "Oh, well, I've got to check out to see if this is true." Yeah,
because that's us humans. You know, if you say, "Oh, I like this," I go, "Well, your taste." I was going to say somewhere else, but I won't say that. But a lot of the critics, they actually pan movies or they'll rave about a movie. And you go, I think I need to make my own decision about that. So, and that's why us humans like to go and make our own decision on those sort of things. So,
yeah, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later on in Talkin Flicks. We've got all the usuals coming up. We're going to open up some movies for this week. We'll see what's currently screening. What else are we going to do, Miss Lee? Some top fives?
Yeah, we'll do some top fives. Yes. And I've got some interesting news this week about... one in particular, actor, Al Pacino. I was really quite shocked when I read it and I went, wow, because he was in a movie just a few years ago, an Adam Sandler movie, which we'll talk about more later, but I'll just give you a few carrots. And
a little hook. I love a sexy hook. That's good. But last time you hooked me with a surprise, it wasn't so great. I was, I was
you were a bit disappointed.
I was in a filthy mood for the rest of the day after that.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
you text me and said, "What?"
I know.
Yeah, anyway.
If I was on the Famously, I would have hung up on you, so that's good. I still have an off button, though.
Well, can I say, even if you push that off button today, I'll still keep talking and you still listen. You'll be able to hear.
I know. I can't do anything about that today. And we'll also see what movies are out next week. So a massive show. Let's get it started. As Mr. Lee was starting to get onto before, Tom Hardy He's back. It wouldn't be Venom without Tom Hardy, would it?
Absolutely not. Him playing Eddie, and then, of course, Venom, they are one in the same human and the alien. And I have to say, when I did watch this trailer, I was actually quite surprised. There is a bit of comedy in it. And I was actually like, yeah, this is really good. Because, how many movies now are putting a little bit of comedy in it, especially action-type movies. And I think Tom Hardy pulls this off quite well. Because you imagine doing a bit of comedy like that with nothing beside you, because it's all CGI. So it's a bit hard when you're on your own to make fun and laugh.
But how good is the CGI, though?
Oh, it's brilliant. Unbelievable. And especially when they're running along the plane and, you just go, wow, this is good.
Really makes the movie, and so does the trailer. Let's have a listen to it.
Eddie, my home, has found us.
Symbiotes didn't come here by accident. They were running.
From what?
What's his name then?
No! No! We have something he needs.
We always knew it was impossible. That we were alone in the universe. And it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
Let's go get him. Oh, shit!
There has to be a reason they're after us.
We've come a long way, you and me.
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
There comes a time in every man's life where you have to make a sacrifice.
Oh, yeah, Venom, The Last Dance.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds great.
And I think if you watch the actual trailer, if you could actually see it like we did, it is incredible. It is unbelievable. So looking forward to seeing that.
Is it really going to be The Last Dance?
Well, as we know, money talks.
It does.
Money
it does.
talks, so
they're
I don't think it will
saying that this could very well be the last one, but there's always a comeback.
Oh, there is, always. There is. And, as I keep saying, money talks. That's all I know.
Yes.
And it's funny because if an actor says, no, I'm never going to do something, they'll come back if they need the money, which is another reason we'll talk about Al Pacino about something later on. So
Okay,
yes.
all right. Look forward to that.
Now, another one that opened up yesterday is a drama romance, and it is actually, the languages are in English, Icelandic, Japanese. What a movie. That's a lot of different languages, isn't it, in one movie? It's called Touch.
What would you like to see it in? Which
English. Because you know
Are
why?
you sure? I thought
There is
I thought
English
Icelandic
subtitles.
might be your type of flavour.
Because you know why? I actually like to watch a movie and be entertained. I don't want to be reading. Is that bad? Is that laziness?
No,
Is it
no,
lazy?
I get it. So I'm a subtitles guy, captions guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
See, my
yeah.
son is. He loves subtitles. Even when it's in English, he has subtitles on.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I
Yeah.
go, I don't get that.
I don't like to miss the storyline, and when I can't hear a word properly, I like to see it. So it's like, okay, I'll get
See,
on
my
that.
problem is I'm not quick enough to go up and down, look and watch and know what's going on.
Doesn't surprise me.
Dear,
Touch.
dear. So that's Touch. That's out as we speak, and it will be a limited season for that. Now, this one, as I have said in the past, it's not a movie about me.
No, it definitely isn't, because it's
No.
a female movie, Mr. Lee. It's moved up for the ladies.
It is. It's Kate Winslet. But it's also for the guys too, because this is actually a drama and it's history and it's actually a true story. And it's all about the story of photographer Elizabeth Lee Miller, who she was actually a model. And then she went over to Paris and she actually became a correspondent for Vogue magazine. Let's have a listen.
You must be Lee Miller.
It's a war zone, Colonel. Just Lee is fine.
Just Lee. We don't send women to combat.
Well, that's a problem, because I'm here.
Welcome to Vogue magazine.
I hear you're the woman to see about a job.
Audrey Withers. Yes, I am.
I've seen your photographic work. You're really very impressive. You dislike anyone who questions you, especially when you know you're wrong. And you have secrets, many, that you'll never share.
I'm never wrong.
That's our Lee.
It happened so slowly. Yeah, kind of overnight. We woke up one morning and Europe was at war.
Only non-military access for women.
I just want to do my part. Why should the men get to decide what that is?
I'm heading to the front. Ready to go?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
We drove into the worst of it all.
Need a light over here?
Here.
I stay away from that window.
They got snipers.
They're gone. Everyone's gone.
Even when I wanted to look away, I knew I couldn't. It was not something I'd heard about or imagined. It was real.
Lee, it just sounds epic, and
It does.
Kate Winslet, how amazing does she look in this movie?
She is amazing. Now, another one that actually surprised me who's in it, and he's known for comedy shows more, and I'm saying Brooklyn 999, if you ever watched that, Andy Samberg. And he was on Saturday Night Live and all that. He's actually in a drama, and he's actually quite serious in this movie. So, you know, when we were talking in the past, you know, Robin Williams is very good at doing comedian. He can also do drama. He can also do, you know, action. This is another person that I think we need to watch out for, because I reckon Andy might be one of those that he may be able to pull this off. Because every time I look at him, I'm thinking of, you know, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You've stereotyped him into that character, haven't you, Mr. Lee? Yes.
Yeah, you know, but a lot of us do, you know, and that's why some actors don't like keep doing the same character over and over, because they get stereotyped. So, you know, anyway, so I think that'll be very good. But one good thing about this movie is the Lee Miller's family have actually authorised and gave them full cooperation to actually put it to screen.
Which is good. It actually took 9 years. 9 years to get the movie out. Yeah, so they actually started working on it in 2015.
Wow.
As I had heard Kate Winslet saying in an interview that that's how she was just so happy to have it released, because she said that now she can finally rest knowing that, like, she can be happy now knowing that it's out, because she said she can finally stop playing that character because she'd been in it for so long. If 9 years of playing a particular character, or being in that, you know, having ties to that movie. So,
yes.
But there was a lot of, you know, financiers and things like that they had to sort out, you know, obviously getting money into the movie and whatnot. But finally it's out. And got to say, these like war movies, they can be very hit and miss sometimes.
They can be, yes.
And I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily a person who would go and see something like this, but got to say, it took me not even 45 seconds into the trailer, and I'm like, I want to go and see it. Yeah.
And I'm a bit like you. I'm not a big war fan. I don't like war at all. And so when I see a war movie, I go, oh, it's got to be good. And, you know, one of them, you just go, wow, this is incredible. And a lot of the war movies that I have watched over the years have always been true stories, and I think they're much better than just a news story or something that they've made up, and, you know, it's a war movie from that, where true stories, I think, and knowing that this lady actually risked her life to do all that sort of stuff, I think is a great thing, and that's why I think everyone should go watch this as well.
Pretty incredible.
Yes,
So definitely one to
absolutely.
check out. Now, maybe one for the family, this one, My Freaky Family. And let's be honest, Mr. Lee, we've all got freaky families, don't we? There's always some interesting characters in every family.
Oh, there certainly is, and I can name a few in mine. Yeah, but I won't in case they're listening, because now they're all pondering who it is.
You never know, do you?
No.
You just never know.
You don't. It's actually really good that they're releasing a kids' movie a couple of weeks after school holidays, because usually family movies and kids' movies like this, because it is an animated adventure family PG film, they always release in school holidays. So it's nice that they've actually done something and released it outside. So let's have a listen.
Yoo-hoo, Betty! Hi, Mom. Your kids been doing any growing lately?
Mom, stop asking. It's weird.
Weird? I was totally normal.
My family don't really come to school stuff. They have a hard time being normal in public.
How about some bread?
No magic at the dinner table, please.
I wish I was magical.
Cheer up, Betty. Magic isn't the only power in this world. There's certain songs that are more powerful than even the strongest of magic.
There's magic in you, Betty.
Do you think you could teach me?
What's the worst that could happen?
Hocus pocus.
You are grounded.
There's a lot we haven't told you, Betty.
I know a lot of things, actually. Our home country is the Kingdom of Nowhere, and we left there because a terrible tyrant tried to ban music.
I think it's time we change the subject. Get ready to knock yourselves out. Hello, Knucklehead.
I'll learn magic, I'll become a powerful magi, and save the future for all magic kind.
Music and magic can live in harmony.
You're going to wish you never, ever messed with me or my family.
Get a load of these weirdos.
Hello.
Oh, the shame.
Oh, these weirdos.
Now, did you pick any voices in that? Because we've got a few Aussies. We've got Miranda Otto.
Okay, yes, good one.
Her father's Barry Otto, the famous actor from many years ago. He was in Strictly Ballroom, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you remember it more than me.
It was a good movie. Richard Roxburgh.
It was a good movie.
And Charlotte Friels were all in that. So it's nice to see an Aussie or two in there. So
That is good.
Yeah.
It's very good. So, if you're looking for something to go and check out with the kids, maybe you've been to the movies and you've seen all the big ones, Runt and The Wild Robot, and you're thinking, what's the next installment for my family outing? It's My Freaky Family.
correct. Well done. And that's really good, you know. Yeah. If it's raining and it's miserable outside tomorrow or the next day.
It's the place to go, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's nice and just
Go to the
cozy.
movies, make Mr. Lee busy.
Yes.
Keep him on his feet.
Popcorn, choc top.
Now you're talking my language.
That's what I should have brought down for you was a choc top.
Well, why didn't
I
you,
didn't
Mr.
even
Lee?
think of that.
Why didn't you do that?
So sorry. Next time.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, that's true.
If you did, you would have them here.
Yeah, that's true. You know me too well.
I know you very well. Nothing gets past the keeper over here. Let's take a look at what's screening this week at the Forum 6 and Odeon 5.
Yeah, we've got A Horse Named Winx, The Critic, Deadpool and Wolverine, Joker 2, Beetlejuice, Harold and the Purple Crayon, Runt, Transformers 1, The Wild Robot, Smile 2, and Assassin's Plan. Now, if you want to hear the in-depth review we did with our Flickster from last Wednesday, just go back to the previous podcast and you'll hear all about Assassin's Plan with Michael Keaton.
Yep, well, you probably even hit the back button and it'll go to the last episode.
Yeah.
Don't do it yet, though.
No, not yet.
Just we've got a little bit to go. But after we're done, if you've got more time, feel free to go back and get the latest on Michael Keaton's masterpiece. I think
Correct.
It's pretty good.
And he directed, which that's pretty big. For him to be able to direct, and as what we were saying, last week, for someone to be able to direct
It's
and
happening
act,
a lot now.
Correct.
Happening a lot.
Certainly is.
All right, let's get into our top fives. Now, we're not going anywhere foreign.
Exotic.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're in Newcastle, so...
Yeah, so Mr. Lee couldn't get his figures this week.
I couldn't.
And he doesn't want to make them up, so he's a nice
No.
guy. I just said make them up. Like that's.
And then I thought, no, we'll get emails for sure.
But then we've got no credibility, so we'll wipe that out. However, we
Hang
do
on.
have
Oh, yes.
the Queen and the King have been here lately, but
Yeah.
not this is not their
No,
song,
it's
obviously.
not.
No, this
Maybe
is-
we should have done England and just made
Yes.
it up because they're here at the moment. And you never know that King Charles may be listening.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Very possible. But
Or-
he could listen from anywhere in the world. Why would he be just listening now?
Because he's in Australia. So, he goes, I must see what else is on Australia. The podcast of Talkin Flicks is on.
Firstly, I'm not sure he knows what a podcast is. And even if he did,
Someone
what makes
had
you
to
think he's
vent
coming
it
here? Sorry, Charles. Yeah, Mr. Lee, he's having one of those days. Let's take a look at the USA top 5. It goes like this. We Live in Time. We haven't heard of that one.
No,
That's
not
new.
yet. Yeah, it's new.
New.
It's
okay.
coming.
Beetlejuice in at 4. Number 3, The Terrifier 3. Number 2, The Wild Robot. And number 1 for the USA, Smile 2.
Well done.
Yeah.
It's actually nice to see you push all these little buttons.
Do you like it? You impressed?
I do, yeah.
On the fly.
It's, because I don't get to see this. So this is
No,
really
when was
good.
the last time you pushed the buttons, Mr. Lee?
Okay, moving on. Australia top 5. We've got number 5, Transformers 1. Number 4 is Joker 2. Number 3 is Terrifier 3. Number 2 is The Wild Robot. And number 1 for Australia,
Smile 2.
Oh, I was waiting for the drum roll.
What?
I paused this week. Smile 2.
There you go.
I paused.
You did, Mr. Lee. You usually stuff it up.
I usually stuff it up.
Okay, it was my turn to stuff it up this week. Okay?
Sorry, what was that?
Yes, I stuffed it up.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah, just have that on record.
Yeah, okay. But it's only once. You'll do it again.
Yeah, how many times have I? Yeah.
So Smile 2, what can we say about that? Obviously, great movie.
Yeah.
And I think you were saying, or I heard today, the figure was actually higher than the original Smile.
Yeah, which is incredible because Smile was, and this one, and people obviously wanted a second one. So, will there be a third?
I think so.
You do?
Yep. Let's
You
put it
gonna
on
call
record.
it?
Yep.
Yep.
We'll record it. Yep. And
Righto.
we'll see when that happens. Could be years down the track. Now, another big movie we should talk about, Deadpool and Wolverine. This has pulled in a stack of money this year and will by
Certainly
far
has.
be up there. You'd have to think 1 or 2 by the end of the year. It's going to be an interesting race
Oh,
to
it
the
is.
finish line as to who takes out the top movie of the year. But
Correct.
What have we got on Deadpool and Wolverine? What's the latest update there?
Well, with this at the moment, it's taken $1.4 billion, and it's Barbie's still in front by a little bit, but the one that is actually in front completely for this year so far is Inside Out 2. It is actually, it's taken $1.694 billion. That's insane, isn't it? Isn't that so much money?
I knew it would do well, but it's exceeded expectations.
Absolutely.
Far exceeded expectations.
Over more than what anyone ever thought. And Deadpool, I always said Deadpool was going to be big, and I was calling Deadpool was going to be number 1 movie of the year. I don't know. Man.
We've still got some time, though.
Yeah, we still got some time, but I really hope it does. But it's incredible to think it's taken that much money.
And then you've got another one in the mix too, Beetlejuice. Now, I'm not sure where that will come in, but you've got to think that's up there as well.
Yep.
So, it could be a very interesting race.
It's going to be very interesting. So, but we will have a little podcast about that, won't we?
Oh, I'm
Should
sure
we do
will.
something?
We will. We'll do the best and the worst. What do you reckon?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
For the end of the year, that sounds
Best
really
and
good.
the worst.
I
Yeah.
wonder what would be the worst movie of the year. That'll be interesting.
Well,
We
there's
kind
no-
of know what the best is already.
There's no Doctor Who, so or Star Wars or Star Trek.
Yeah,
So I don't know what we're going to have up there.
So I don't know either.
Maybe no, I don't know. Not going to say it.
Just in case,
Not gonna
because you
say
know
it.
that
You
I'll
know
bring
where
that back up.
No, you know where I was going.
Yes,
though.
I
You
do
know where I
know
was going.
I
yeah.
know where you were going, and then if it is, yeah. But we did state last week that it has lost over
A lot of
nearly
money,
$200 million. So,
If you're not sure what movie we're talking about, I'm not going to give too much away. It starts with a J and rhymes with poker. Yeah, number 2. Yeah, this one's coming up. I can't wait for this movie. Getting so close now.
Yeah, it is, because it's actually going to be released in November 14 in Australia. And it's actually 24 years after the original. And as we know, Russell Crowe was in the original and all that. But the thing that is getting big news is where they're actually been playing it just to get audience reactions, because that's what they do. Before they release the movie, they'll actually have a screen test and people will actually go, and then they've got to write a whole thing to say, I didn't like this. I love this. Oh, this was a great thing. So then the studio will go back. The directors will actually then rejig it and make sure that it's more entertaining or whatever that they get from that screen test. So they're actually getting a lot of great feedback already for the screen test, which is really good. And as we know, when the original film was released, it won 5 Oscars and earned over $465 million worldwide, which back then was fairly big. Now, when Gladiator 2 was released for the trailer only back in July, it has actually taken over 215 million global views of that trailer.
Across a whole bunch of different platforms too.
Yeah.
So this generally means it's going to be big.
Yeah.
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 Because I remember when we found out that about Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
And
that was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was so many people that watched that. And we called that too. It was going to be big, but not that big.
No. Yeah. So could this one be huge? I mean, let's be honest, there's no Rusty in this one. So
No.
And yeah, we were fans of Rusty.
Yeah, we were.
In the original.
Yeah. And he's actually done a lot of good movies as well since then too,
He'll always be, what was his name again?
The Gladio.
Yeah.
Maximus.
Maximus,
yeah.
Maximus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should
He was a
have
good
researched
guy.
that beforehand.
Yes. Well, you didn't know I was going to ask that question, though, did you? Now, you finally get to talk about the one guy you've been raving on about for half an hour. Finally, we're here, so it's okay. It's now your time.
Right.
Al Pacino.
Yeah. Look, remember Jack and Jill?
Yes.
That movie with Adam Sandler. It was incredible. Like, I really actually did enjoy it. And I have to say, Adam Sandler playing his sister and playing 2 parts in the same movie must be so freaking hard. But Al Pacino has just come out saying the only reason he did that movie was he was broke and he needed money. And his accountant, who happened to be corrupt, he actually had $50 million in the bank and he lost the lot.
Oh, no.
How sad's that?
Jeez.
And poor Al Pacino. But in the movie, I don't know whether you remember the movie or not, but there was a Dunkin' Donuts ad that they wanted Al Pacino to do because they were going to have a Al Pacino cappuccino type thing. And it worked really well. I think they worked him in quite well, but it was, he was a big actor. Doing something like that, a little comedy show.
He was massive. But the latest news now, Pacino, and this could be why he's broke, he's 84.
84.
He's just become a new dad.
Yes.
So who he's now no longer with his baby mama, right?
Oh.
He's paying $30,000 child support a month, which works out to about $7,500 a week. So you can see why he needs the money.
Holy dooly.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't even know whether he's seen the kid. Like, that's... Wow. And what we can't work out is why would she, like...
Yeah.
The age difference was huge. She's in her 30s.
Really?
Maybe, yeah. So,
but good on Al Pacino to still father a child.
He's still firing. He's still firing. I'm sure he's very happy about that.
Yeah. I wonder how many kids he's got then.
5 or 6. Gee. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's still going strong, Al Pacino.
Good on him.
More ways than one.
Yeah.
Well, let's do some around the screens. And you guys have got some pretty cool stuff coming up at the Forum 6 and Odeon 5.
We certainly do. And, it's been so many years since we've actually done the Met Operas. And we loved the Met Opera, didn't we, Jay?
We do. We do. We're big Met Opera fans.
We were 9 years ago when we went and watched that one opera that we watched.
It was your idea.
It was my idea, and we did make it to the first.
And you only got me there because you said, "Oh, there's what's the interval?
Yeah,
there's the interval with some wine and bickies and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, I am down.
So the Met Operas are on in Forum 6 in Wagga, Forum 6 in Tamworth, and the Odeon 5 in Orange. We also have Andre Rieu's next Christmas concert. Gold and silver tickets are on sale now for that, which is December 8. And I have to say, if you're looking at buying a Christmas present, and I'm looking at you, JT, for your nan or for your mum, this is the perfect thing for your nan, your mum. You can buy them a nice
you keep
Christmas
pushing
present.
my nan, don't you?
I do, because she loves these. She loves Andre.
She does, but I haven't told her yet. How long?
You
have we got?
haven't?
When's
You've
it
got until
on?
December 8. So, yeah.
I'll tell her on December 7. Do you have any tickets left?
She might be busy. Tickets are actually on sale now for that in Orange, Tamworth and Wagga cinemas. Also in Tamworth, Forum 6 Cinema, we've got Wicked tickets on sale now.
Yeah.
Which I have to say, people have been asking. And so just at the Forum 6 in Tamworth, we've added Wicked tickets to the mix of things. So they're on sale now. So get them.
Yeah. Are you predicting the very first screening of Wicked's going to go off?
Yes, I do.
I reckon one spare seat left.
Yeah, I reckon the first week of Wicked, and we've got heaps of sessions of it, I reckon it's going to go off. It's going to be big. And then the week after, we've got Moana too. So it's going to be a big couple of weeks.
You're going to need some more staff, Mr. Lee.
We'll need to make sure we've got enough popcorn.
Yeah, you will. You will.
Yeah, because we love our popcorn.
You do. You love your popcorn in Tamworth. You going to put me on the counter? Is that what you're going to do?
We could probably find a little job for you. You could probably sweep up the popcorn, or you could
stuff
clean.
you.
Now, opening next week, which, yes, we are excited, the Terrifier 3 will be on. Now, it is only going to be on October 31 and November 1 at this stage, because it is Halloween next Thursday. So what a perfect time to put on a horror.
Look, it will be a very interesting movie.
It will be. It is R-rated. Now, can I explain to you, Jay, what R-rated means? So if you are 17, or you may be 10, that means you cannot go into this movie at all.
No.
You must be 18. So ID will be required. If you do not have ID when you walk into the movie theatre to buy a ticket to Terrifier 3, and you look close to 18 or 19. Some people look 25 and they look like they're only 17, so good luck to them. But you must have ID. If you do not have ID, you will not get in. Say your birthday is tomorrow, November 1, I'll say, you have to come back tomorrow. You cannot come in the day before your birthday, before you turn 18, and watch the movie. We will not let you in. There will be cinema checks done. There will be so many people watching to make sure no one gets in that aren't 18 or over.
There will be more security there than there are at Donald Trump's rallies. And we all know how that turns out.
And I will say, you can't take someone. So just say, my niece wants to go watch it. She's only 13. She can't come with me to watch it. I can go watch it, but she can't go in with me. MA, yes, that's what MA is. They have to have an adult with them. R means you must be 18 and over. That's it. So make sure, because you will get turned away if you are not over 18.
What can we say about this movie, though? Like for somebody wanting to go along and see it, what can we say about it? Because I'm not sure from all reports, and I've watched the trailer.
Yeah,
it does appear to be fairly graphic.
It does. For a horror, and this so graphic horror, last week it was number 1 in the States. So for that reason, people will go see it because they want to know why. And even in Australia at the moment, it's number 3. Like you go, how can a horror this bad get into the top 5? People want to see it. So that's why we're bringing it to the Odeon 5 and the Forum 6, because people do want to see it.
Yeah. Now, your wife was Mrs. Lee was going to go and see it. Apparently,
yeah.
So she'd go and see it. And you were quite. I saw the look on your face when she said, "Oh, I'm going to see it." What? What?
Well, she has watched the first 2, so she kind of now wants to see what happens because of what the clown does. So,
and then you said that you'd rather touch my snake, right?
And we're talking about your real snake.
Of course, my real snake. Yes.
Please, I just want to confirm because you have a pet snake. So I just want to make sure people understand that. So, yeah, because I do not like snakes. I don't like creepy crawly things. Like, they freak me out.
But you don't like horror movies as well.
No, and this one scares me too much, and that's why I'd rather go Pet Your Python. Is it Pet Your Python? Is it a python that you've got?
It is a python.
Yeah. So I'd rather go, and I do not like snakes at all. So yeah. Anyway, opening next week, a very interesting movie. It's a drama starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright. Now, do you remember Janie from Forrest Gump?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a classic movie.
Classic movie. They're back together in this movie called Here, and it is actually set in one room over many years, and it looks so interesting how they've done it. Plus, we've got the new one from Luke Evans, who is going for a weekend in Taipei. It's an action thriller, and he hooks up with the undercover DEA agent in Taipei, and it looks like he's going to be shot at and all that, trying to save a lady and her son. And it actually does look really good, a good action thriller.
Well, we'll get to run the rule over that next week.
Yes.
We'll have the trailer for you. Also, the Met Opera 2, Madame Butterfly, which we spoke about before.
Correct.
So that will be out next week. You can go and catch our Talkin Flickster on Wednesday's podcast. Now, Lee is the movie we'll be checking out this coming Wednesday at midday with Mel.
Yes, Mel is back, and she's going to watch and give us an idea of how the movie is, and I can't wait to hear it because, as we said, Kate Winslet, great actress.
Yeah, that should be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au for more info. Go there to book your tickets, get more information. And thank you to the Forum 6 cinemas in Wagga and Tamworth and the Odeon 5 cinema in Orange.
Yes, we really appreciate their help in putting this podcast together.
We love it. And thanking them for giving Mr. Lee some time off to come down to Newcastle.
I'm actually really excited to be here. And, nice to catch up.
Nice little view over the beach. Good to see you, Mr. Lee.
It's good to see you, JT. It's been a while since we've seen each other in person. So, it's nice to catch up.
I'm really sad that that this has come to an end. So.
Yeah, because I've now got to get in the car and drive back. So.
Yes, I know.
A long drive home.
Well,
anyway.
You better go now because I'm going to get my snake, all right? I'll catch you Wednesday.
Bye for now.
Want more Talking Flicks? Get your fix with every episode anywhere, anytime. Just search Talkin Flicks on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.